Hello Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah here at Every Little X Stitch. Today is January 3rd, 2019. Wow, 2019. Thursday. Normally I would have recorded this yesterday, but didn't get the chance. Kids are off for school, so if you guys hear any jibber jabbering, the hubby is downstairs in the basement. Jason was kind enough to take them all down there and try to keep them entertained for a little bit so I can try to get a video out for you guys. So, New Year's. New Year's was not a good, well, no, New Year's Eve for me. I was sick, so I didn't do any stitching, not even one single stitch. The week rather, was kind of crazy. Didn't get as much stitching as I would have liked to get in. My husband was nice enough to take the kids. So New Year's Eve was, what day? I don't even know, but the day before New Year's Eve, the 30th, he took them to hang out for a few hours. So I did get quite a bit of stitching done that day, but then the next day I was sick and didn't, do anything. So I guess it balanced out, I guess, in a way. But anyway, so I wanted to kind of get into, I've had a couple questions about my Lowry and how I'm liking that. So I kind of wanted to give like a little bit of a review on that for you guys. So I'm just going to take this piece off of here so you guys can see it a little bit better. So when I talked to you guys last, I showed you the stand itself, and I showed you this piece, and Ginger Gerald has showed it as well, and it just kind of expands or gets smaller depending on what you want to stick inside of it. So it works great for obviously scroll rods and Q-snaps, which is the only thing I've used it for so far. I do plan to use it next week for my scroll rod, which I'll be showing you guys what's on that. I'm excited to get back to that piece, but so the stand itself, for me, life-changing. I don't have the pain in my wrist that I was having. I was just getting tired of the constant, like, you go to the front, you go to the back, go to the front, go to the back. That was getting really annoying. It is an entire new learning curve for me. I was kind of balancing my Q stand a little bit on my lap to do the two-handed stitching, which I know like Ginger Gerald has shown in his videos. It can be done without a stand, but it's harder in my opinion. And just the way I stitch, I tend to stitch with my, like before I tend to stitch with my legs up, and now I'm kind of forced to not do that. So I stitch with my stand as close to me as possible, and then I just kind of angle it up so it's like right up by me. But I love this thing. It's amazing. My only complaint is that I don't have another one because I take it upstairs and downstairs and upstairs and downstairs. So yeah, maybe in the future that's something I could do, but not for a very, very, very long time. But anyway, this piece I would say is an invaluable thing. Personally for me, even with this, I tend to kind of like have this a little bit angled on there, which I've looked at it a few times and I don't understand how I do that, but it just kind of tends to be a little bit like tilted when I'm stitching. I'm trying to figure out like what it would look like when I have it. It's a little bit like angled outward like that. Not sure how that ends up being, but it just does. And the only thing that I will say about this that I don't really enjoy is that, at least for me, and it's probably, I know why, it's because when I put it in there, I tend to have like the bulk of the fabric gathered up into my grime guard, and if I don't have it gathered into the grime guard itself, it lays flat. Like this piece, the top piece anyway, will lay flush. But if I have it gathered up, this piece lays like that almost. And the reason I say that this is a good thing to have for me is, I'll show you guys if I can here. So obviously you would have your Q-snap here. This is what you'd be putting inside of this piece otherwise, this metal guy here. And it's not that you're gonna like bend it really, because it's a nice long piece. It's not like one little chunk that you're shoving or that you're like slamming into the grime guard, or not grime guard, but the Q-snap to hold it. But I feel like if I didn't have this longer piece, this wooden piece, it would maybe at the very minimum like distort your Q-snap, at least for me, to like hold it firmly the way that you want to hold it. But yeah, that's just kind of my little observation that I've noticed thus far. This I think is an invaluable thing to have. If you're gonna order the Lowry, I would say to get this guy. It was like $20, $30, $25, something like that, from the company itself. And I did have a question about where I got it, because the link, or where I said wasn't connecting, and I don't remember the actual website name again, but it is in one of the comments where somebody asked, and I did link the actual site itself. It is purchased directly from the United Kingdom, from the Lowry needle workstand, or needle stand workstand, I think it's called. I think it's just called workstand, Lowry workstand, maybe .uk. You do have to go into the, you know, where you select above your, like the flag you have to order under the UK flag. So yeah, I love it though. I absolutely love that thing. I don't know how I've lived without it for so long. It's awesome. So shall we get into whips? I don't know the days exactly of when I started, what I started, other than my New Year, New Start. But, so I worked a little bit, not a ton, but I did get back to my Mill Hill Christmas Village. I didn't do it a lot on this, and I was working on, do you guys remember, I was working on Queen Anne House, which is this one here. Sorry, trying to get the glare out of that for you. So Queen Anne House. Didn't do a ton of this. If you guys remember last, I was on the roof. So I had the outline of either side of the roof here, just the black. So I did some of the stitching on this far side one, kind of one of those like top gables there. And I did add some beading in here because, like I said, when I have all these blank spots in the stitching, it just kind of throws me off. I don't know, my brain just needs everything to be like orderly and straight and, you know, finished up to a point anyway, as far as I can get. I give you guys credit when you wait to bead till the end. I like to see the beading, so I don't personally think that that's something that I will ever do, but never say never, right? But for me, I don't know, I just need to see that checked off on the chart, because it will drive me a little bit crazy if it's not. So yeah, I did do a little bit on that. I gotta be honest, I really wasn't enjoying that piece while I was working on it. I don't know what it was. I was just kind of over it. Maybe it was the colors. When I got into the blue, I was enjoying the blue here, but I don't know, it was just, I don't know, I just wasn't into it while I was working on it. So yeah, I'm not going to put this piece away for the entire year or anything like that. I'm going to pull it out here and there. And same thing with 12 Days of Christmas. I did not get any progress any more than you guys saw last on like the Partridge in a Pear Tree with the 12 Days of Christmas by Jim Shore. I love that one, so I will continue to work on that one throughout, I don't know, the whole year. Like, I don't know that I'll be working on a Christmas piece in the summer, but we'll see. Never say never, right? I know I've heard people say that in different videos, and I really do kind of agree with that, because like me personally, I know, like Michelle said, you know, way back in the day, she would never ever see herself doing a Haid. And I kind of am in that boat. I've looked at the Haids and I'm like, I don't know, they're really daunting to me. And but there are a few on there that I absolutely love. So maybe we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. I tend to be a seasonal stitcher, so for me, it's very hard for me to get in the groove of, like, say, in the summer you're working on fall, or you're working on Christmas even, and for me, I'm very like, I don't know. I like my seasons, especially summer. Summer and fall are my absolute favorite seasons. So for me, if I want to do anything other than summer in the fall or summer in the summer, it's probably going to be very, very rare. So I tend to stitch on things while they're in season. So for example, the cricket collection that I've showed you guys, which I'll show you that now while I talk about that. But so I did get some more progress on that. I was very happy with that. So here's that chart, December, and when I saw you guys last, I was working on C here. So what I do with these is I'll work on them within the month that they are. So January, it's January now, so I'll go back to January. I'll work on January till, I'm looking at the calendar, till the 31st. And once the 31st comes, I go back to February. Once February is over, so on and so forth. I do the same thing with the seasons itself. So I'll work on spring in the spring, fall in the fall. Well, I'm done with autumn actually, but you know what I mean. I'll work on that season while it's in that season. I have a hard time getting into fall or doing fall stitching in the winter and so on and so forth with all the other ones. I don't know what it is, but I just like to enjoy the time that it is now because it's so fleeting. Living in Michigan, we can experience all 4 seasons within like a few hours sometimes. And so when it's summer, summer is like a blip to us. Usually winter is 6 months, like no joke. I'm not even exaggerating. 6 months of winter of seeing gray skies, no sun, dreary weather, just dirty outside. We have been lucky though so far. We got some snow yesterday, but other than that, this is like the first year in a very, very long time that we haven't had snow just dumped on us beyond belief. So yeah, anyway, so here's December. This has been put away already, so I'm not picking this up until next December, but here we are, we got up to here. So let me get this all in here for you guys. So I finished off the letter C. I really like this one, how it turned out. It was very this little arrow was a pain, huge pain, and I really like how this little, you know, this little church filled out. It looks like a little snow globe, but it's adorable. And then I started, so I can't even see what I'm showing you guys. I started on the letter E there, and this is going to be a scarf. I think it's a scarf, a hat. It's mittens and a scarf and a hat, I think is what that is. So over here is where, I'm just trying to see what I'm showing you. This is going to be the hat. This is a scarf that goes down this way, and the mittens are going to hang from the E there. So it's really, really pretty. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to put this away. I'm tired of it, to be quite honest. I'm ready to do something different, so that's fine with me. But I am happy with the progress that I made on that guy. So that's December. Next thing I have to show you guys is actually a diamond painting, a rhinestone diamond painting. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen this already, but I did get some more progress since the picture I posted on Instagram, on the little video clip. I got a bunch of progress actually, for me anyway, when I say that. Just pulling it down. So here is, I don't know what this is called, but I got this on AliExpress. It was very cheap. It was like, I want to say it was like $4, $5, if that even. But look at that sparkle. So pretty. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And this one goes really, really quickly. My only concern with this is I don't like this. I've watched, you know, like Stitcherista's videos, and she's talked about how she's not a fan of this. I'm not either. It's, as you can see, it doesn't stay up. And my problem specifically is I don't know how people, maybe I need to watch some of the videos, but I don't know how people store these things. So like for my every single one of my other ones, except for the ones that are like the specialty shapes and the rhinestones, all have the like the actual thing that you peel, and you have to like cut it yourself. And then they're the white with the blue writing in it. You guys know what I'm talking about if you do diamond painting. But it just doesn't stick on there very well, because obviously it's, you know, it's obvious you have something there, and that's why it's not sticking. But for the rest of it, I don't have a really good place to store these. So right now this guy is sitting on top of the fridge so that my 4.5-year-old Colette doesn't take it and just go, ooh, sparkly, and, you know, take it and try to help me. But I wanted to show you guys, this is what I do, this is what I've been using to store them. So I keep them in these little things. I get this from Michael's, and you can see the rhinestones on this side. And then that's working well. I only have 2 going right now at a time. I have tons and tons of them, but I don't want a whole bunch of these going at the same time because I don't want to have to buy tons of these. But this is like another one I have. That those top ones are the ones I'm using. But this is for my really big one that I have, that I'm probably have about 1/3 left to go in it. So I do want to finish that this year. And this I do want to finish quickly because I just don't trust it sitting up top there. I'm afraid it's going to get like just dust that circulates, you know, like dust circulates in a house, and I don't want that to get in the diamond painting and then make it so it doesn't have my rhinestone stick. But anyway, I started this guy. I love it. Highly recommend this if you guys want something new to like try out. It's fun. It goes quickly, and it's something new to do. Okay, then next, the one that you guys are probably waiting for, my New Year, New Start, Adia, the Garden Fairy, which is this beauty right here. I showed her in the last video. I told you guys I was going to do her, and I did start her. So to show you where I'm at on her, where I started in the middle. I would have liked to start up here at the top, obviously, and work down, but you know, it is what it is. So we're starting here and we're working up. So I'm right where this little thing she's holding, I'm right above that where it's white right there. And I wasn't thrilled to be starting with white, B5200 anyway. I started with B5200 and I'm stitching upwards, and I don't like that, but you know, we're making it work. So here's where I'm at. Let's put this behind it. So this is where I got to last night. I worked on it again. So there are, you can't really tell too well, but there are some different shades of yellow in there. There's 2 different shades of yellow, and like right in here I'm gonna fill in next, and that's just some of the darker shades of yellow. I'm loving this. I'm debating whether I just want to stitch, see, I'm nervous about doing this, but I want to stitch all the way up to her face and then go out so I can stitch like down and out. But I'm nervous about doing that because I feel like every time I do that drastic of a stitching, then I'm trying to get it to focus again for you guys. Every time I do that drastic of a focus, or of a, not focus, that drastic of a like cross country basically for me, I seem to have to frog, and that really kind of makes me nervous. So right now I think I'm going to stick with just going out on either side from her dress and going up a little bit at a time and going up and doing it this way, back and forth, rather than straight up. Straight up is what I seem to have a problem with, and I don't know why that is. I don't know. Does anybody else have that problem? I just feel like every time I do it, I have to frog. So I don't know. Maybe it's because I tell myself that that's what happens. Who knows? But yeah, I love her. She is just. I'm so glad I started her. I did order her extras because I was missing. So this is what I have of her so far. I'm only bobbinating a little bit at a time, but I've got like 4 packs of beads. So I did order the rest of her beads. I got all of her beads, and I ordered all of her acrylic and all of her charms so that I'll have everything, because she is, and I hesitate to say this, but I feel like I can get her done a lot faster than I can get like Athena, for example, done, because Athena is a huge piece. Like, huge. And it is a lot of solid stitching. And Adia is, I mean, she's not as big. She's like, here's her widest part down here, and then obviously the wings. But throughout, I mean, she's got a lot of space in there. Another one that I'm working on is Sleeping Princess, and that one has kind of become a bit daunting too, because it's just, I mean, the whole thing is like solid stitching. But I do want to get back to her because she's gorgeous, and she was the first one I ever started. And the second one I ever bought, Athena was the first one I ever bought, and then Sleeping Princess was the second. So yeah, I want to get back to those, especially Athena. I really am enjoying her. But anyway, now I'm rambling and going on about different projects. So the focus for this month, I think it's going to be Adia. I think I'm going to stick with her because I really like her. So shall we do haul? I don't have an absolute ton of haul. I do have another project thrown in here to show you guys. That is the same exact thing as another thing that I bought, so that you guys could kind of see two different things and to kind of show you a new, I don't know, I haven't seen this on Flosstube, so I'm sure it's on there. I know it's on there in other areas if you search it, but I haven't seen Flosstubers doing it. So maybe correct me if I'm wrong so that I can watch their videos, because I would love to see other stitchers doing this. But anyway, first let's do the other stuff so that we can get to the fun one, in my opinion, the fun one. So I told you guys I was waiting on the companion piece to this. If you didn't see this, this is Apples in the Window. Window with Apples. And this is a Riolas kit that I got from Russia. And here's the other one I was waiting on. This one is my absolute favorite one. So this has got the gold, and you've got sparrows in there. And this is called Window with Sparrows. And it's got the bear, I don't know, it just looks very wintry with the berries. It could be summer too though, because berries in the summer. So it could be either or. But again, those curtains and the detail in the window, I'm a sucker for that kind of old world, you know, stuff that they would have like in Europe, basically. London, places like that. I don't know. America doesn't have that stuff, so I love that beauty. We just don't have it here. So I like that kind of stuff, you know, buildings and things like that. Really, really pretty. Okay, another thing is Jen. So when you showed your, not the most recent video that you put out, I haven't watched that one yet, but the one before that, you had showed the chart from Doreen Jones with the 12 Days of Christmas. Guess who got it? You guys, I love this chart. Don't know when I'll do it. This pattern is gorgeous. It's got just everything pops on it, and obviously it's because it's done in black, but it's beautiful. I love it. The swan was the one that was like, oh, what is that? Let me stop what I'm doing and check that out. I've been waiting for this pattern to be released since I first saw it on Instagram, and I'm so glad I got it. I did message Doreen directly on Instagram because I had kind of, not message, but just sent her a comment. But I had kind of a freak out moment of, you know, once Jen showed that, and I was like, I don't know if I can get it. But my husband was not, he was nice enough to go to Barnes & Noble and get it for me. So if you guys are looking for this, Barnes & Noble is who carries it. And this is what the magazine looks like. Cross Stitch Gold issue number, well, this is January, February. No, that's not the issue number, because it does have, it says 70. January/February. I don't know. Her Instagram though has the issue number, and I know this is not it. So, well, this is the one, but I don't know. Can't think of. Anyway, whatever. The issue number, you know, that this particular one is, I want to say it's like 182, but that's probably way wrong. I don't know. But Great magazine. There are some other things in here that I saw that I would probably stitch at some point in time, but quite honestly, that's the one, that's the like main one piece in here that called to me. Oh, and I kind of got, I went on a little tangent there, but anyway, I had messaged, you know, commented on her video, geez, on her photo on Instagram that she shared of the release of this pattern, when it was going to be. And I said, is it only going to be in Cross Stitch Gold magazine? And she says, for now, yes, they kind of have the rights to it or whatever, but in the, I think she said August, is either August or October of next year, it will be available to purchase from her shop, I think is what she said. So yeah, if you guys can't get your hands on this guy, if you can, go immediately while it's still available, but otherwise you should be able to buy it at some point next year, hopefully. Okay, next. So I got some patterns from Brooks Books that I have had. These are my first Brooks Books that I've ever purchased. I've had these on my wish list, on my Etsy wish list for a very long time. I love these. They're so pretty. So I got the Just Married. These are all from the Sunshine line. This is the Brooks Books, what's this called? Just Married. And I don't know what it is. I don't know. I just love these little separate pieces. The veil, that's going to be interesting to do, because I looked and I was like, oh, where's the pattern for that? But you just kind of make it with tulle. So you buy tulle and you just kind of, and I'm curious of how the edges are going to come out of that. We'll see. Like where the, looks like there's beading right there. But I love these little pieces all put together. They're really cute. So October of this year, October 10th is my husband, Jason, and I, it's our 10-year anniversary. So that's why I got this one. I never did a wedding sampler for us. I did order, I have another, you know, for haul coming, some more Christmas, like, money gifts that I got. That's coming, and that has another wedding one on it, but this, I love this. I love it, love it, love it. So I got this one, and I'm excited to start that. I don't know when I'm going to start it, but I'm going to start it. And a couple other ones I got were, I got 4 more from Brooks Books, again, the same Sunshine line. So I got one for each of my kids, and I like these because they are they're seasonal. There I am with a seasonal again. I love the seasonal. But I got spring, so I'll just show you them in order. So I have spring, winter, summer, and spring again. So this is Spring Baby Boy, and this is for Logan. He is born in March. March 3rd is his birthday. I might start these, I don't know, because Ethan's birthday is coming up very soon, and I wasn't really planning on doing another start, but maybe I will. But anyway, that's Logan's. I might start them maybe on their birthdays. I don't know. We'll see. I do have to get the supplies for them now. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys. Let me show you. Without showing you the pattern. So here's kind of an up close of that stuff a little bit better. And if you look on the Etsy, on the Brooks Books Etsy shop, you can see the close-up pictures a little bit better. This next one doesn't have close-up pictures. This is Winter Baby Boy, and this looks like that. Very cute. Love that little cardinal. So cute. Then the next one is for Colette. Ethan's January 26th is his birthday. Colette is July 6th. So I showed her this. I think this is adorable. I'll probably change the mermaid color. I don't know, but we'll see. But I showed her this, and she does not really like it. She wants to have auroras. And I was like, well, you were green in the spring, so I don't know. She wants auroras, which I gotta admit this is probably my absolute favorite one out of all 4 of them. But Aurora's birthday is April 12th, and so she was a spring baby. So she has the spring baby girl, and this is hers. And she's got that adorable little bird up there, the cute little lamb, and the clothes are just that little bonnet. Do you guys remember when bonnets were like a thing that everybody, you know, in the 80s, I think 80s babies had these? But my mom had bonnets for us. I still have our bonnets from when we were babies. I put them on my kids just to take pictures, but they didn't like wear them. Anyway, so that's haul for those. I don't know if I should start those on their birthdays. I might. We'll see. I definitely want to, if I don't hopefully have our wedding sampler done, and I have another one coming, so that definitely won't be done, but I want to at least start them in October, and then maybe for our 11-year it can be done. Well, I don't know, we'll see. But, okay, next. This is the really fun one for me anyway. I don't know. We'll see if you guys like it. But, okay, so I'll show you this one first. So this is another diamond painting that I got. And hopefully you guys can see these. These haven't shown very well, but this is an elephant, like a baby. Yes, a baby. It's a baby elephant. Maybe not. The picture looked like a baby elephant. We'll see as it comes along, I guess. But it's like blowing, like instead of the water, it's like these, just like an explosion of like rainbow colors. It's beautiful. I really, really love it. So this is one, it's got a ton of colors. Here's the color list. All the way down there. These are just, here's the colors. These are just squares, which are my favorite, so I'm looking forward to doing all that. Some of these brighter colors. The one that I'm working on right now, I think I'm kind of burned out from, and it has a lot of the colors you'd have in nature, but it's very naturey colors with lots of browns and grays, and I'm getting kind of tiresome of it. So that's why I haven't pulled it out in a while. Okay, but next, the fun one, the really, really fun one. So, those of you who were at the October Michigan Sisters Retreat, I know Jen saw, but so here's the next. I'm gonna take it out of here so you guys don't get any glare from it. The colors are awesome. So this is the diamond painting that I am referring to. I have this in another project that I'm going to show you guys, but everything about this is everything me that I love with elephants, with just the headdress piece and the flowers, and kind of like not kind of, but the Indian way where people in India just love elephants, and they like, you know, they put a literal like shrine to them on, you know, where they paint them, and they idolize these animals, they worship them, and I think that's amazing. I haven't gotten a chance to get back with comments, but I did have somebody comment yesterday in one of my videos that they're on a Facebook group called Wildlife something. I have to check that out because it's very intriguing to me. Here's the colors for that one. Aren't those fun? Love them. Bright, colorful, beautiful. But so it's like a wildlife, or it's a, not wildlife, but it's elephant specific. It's a rescue page for elephants, and they share their stories, and I really need to check that out because I love that stuff. I was talking with my friend Suze from the Michigan Citrus Retreat about that. We were going on and on for like probably an hour about elephants, because you guys don't get me started on it, but she's talking about these different documentaries that she's watched, and I've watched documentaries on elephants. My dream job, the one thing I've ever wanted to do in my entire life, is to be a zoologist and to live in Africa. I don't know what it is, but I have this like calling to Africa and to elephants and to the cats, and I would be the person who is like riding in the jeeps and like want to be welcomed into the pride of lions and like playing with them and all that craziness. Like that's me. That is so me. And I would have an elephant sanctuary, and I would just, I can't even, like, that's what I'd be doing. I know for an absolute fact that's the one thing I've wanted to do my entire life since I was 7 years old, is to live in Africa and be with all the animals. I have to grab something, so 1 second. Okay, and we're back. So anyway, yes, elephant sanctuary all the way. So that's why I have this obsession with elephants. I can't explain it. It's just there. But anyway, So this project, the diamond painting, when I saw this I had to buy it. Had to. Okay, so then, you guys, this is the next thing. And this is the thing I haven't seen anybody on Flosstube doing. So if you know of anybody, please tell me. But this is called Bead Embroidery, and this is what it is. This is a kit from Russia. Same thing. This shows it much better, what the picture will look like. But can you even? And every single one of these things you see is a bead. So the kits, when you get them, they come, this is from Abris, or I don't know how you say it, but this came from the Ukraine. So it does take a while to get them. I got mine from Etsy. They're a little bit pricier, but it's because you've probably partly the shipping and the weight of the project itself. So anyway, down here it shows that it's 11.8 by 11.8, 23 colors. It does show you the colors, and then this one in particular has 8,248 beads. So it does show down here. Hopefully that's not backwards for you guys. I don't really know. I think it won't. I think it's not, but anyway, it does show a breakdown. So this is the one that I have on the scroll rod that I haven't wanted to take off, but I do want to get back to this. My birthday is July 10th, so I want to kind of devote the 10th to this guy. But this is what I have so far. So here she is. This, I've named this one a she, because she's got this gorgeous headdress on here, but trying to see where I am here. So this is, you can see from one side to the other what it really looks like. So here's, this one is done, and this stuff is done up here. So here's like one eye versus the other eye. You can, it really does look, you know, similar to an elephant eye. If you guys ever look at elephant eyes up close, they're just, they suck you into like another soul. They're beautiful. But, God, I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't even explain to you guys how much I love this. When I saw this, I was like, stopped everything I was doing and bought it, because elephants wearing headdresses and all these like bohemian colors, it's everything I love. So there's that one. And the way that I've organized this is I use these, again, they're like the flat ones, but they're the skinny ones. And I've labeled this one. Here's the colors on that. Can you even with those colors? I can't. Like, I love them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So anyway, that's bead embroidery, and you do it literally one bead at a time. The tricky ones are up here where I have the round ones, because you have to do it in a way that you stitch one bead at a time, and then you have to go around each of them again to pull your needle tight to then kind of suck the flower in, if that makes sense, to pull it tight to make it round then, because otherwise they kind of all sit out there. That's the way I've been doing it anyway. And same thing with these little ones here. You have to go around, so you put your bead in, and then obviously you can't put them like this. You could put them through, but you really can't at the same time, because you have to anchor them again. So it is time consuming, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I love this piece so much. I want to get back to it. I do have a somewhat deadline. Suze is going to beat me if I don't show her this completed in October, when I go back to the focus. When I go back to the October Stitchers Retreat. She wants to see this so badly. I brought this with me to October, and it's made out of a, I don't know what you, it's like, it's thick. It's not plastic, but it's, I don't know. It's like softer in the back. I don't know what that is, but oh. Okay, then the next one I have, I do have two of those. So the next one I have, now I'll show you guys this one from the, I don't have this one on a scroll rod, so I can show it to you as is, what you get. So here's what it'll look like if you, well, this, you know, whatever. So when you order these, this is the second one I have, and this one, I don't know what this is called, because it's all written in like Ukrainian or Russian or something, but this one has 29 colors. This is a big one. This is a peacock. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This was the first one I ever bought, and then when I saw the elephant, I was like, done. done. Take my money. This one has 14,130 beads. So you can see 29 colors in this guy. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So this is what you, when you purchase them, this is how they come. They come all folded up, and then, so here's this one. And your color key will be at the top. You cut this guy off, and this is your key for when you're looking up close. So I started this one here where the blue is. Blue and the beak. That's all I did on this one, and then I got the elephant, and I was like, sorry, you're not getting any attention until my elephant's done. Because, yeah, I love it. But that's what they look like. And then I'll show you the beads for that one really quick. This one, obviously more colors, so I need 2 boxes. So here's the first box of colors. Aren't those pretty? With blues. And even like that, the bronzy colors are beautiful. And then here's some more, it goes to here, like this row here. And these are extras of 2 of the colors, but that's, sorry for the glare, you guys. There's a light shining right behind me, and it's always terrible in videos. So yeah, that's my stuff. Really excited about that. I do want to get back to this guy. This is my love right now. I haven't worked on it in a bit, but I want to get back to it. So let me know what you guys think about this. Has anybody done this? Does anybody like this? Is this something that you guys want to see? Let me know if this is something you guys want to see, because to me this is exciting. Like I said, I am a multi-crafter, so in the lavender and lace and the miras, and why does this never want to focus? Whatever. But the lavender and lace and the miras are definitely ones that are things that I'm drawn to because of the number of beads in them. So for me, the more beads, the better. So these are like, when I discovered this, I was like, oh my word, what is that? Let me add it. So yeah, this is, let me know if you guys are interested in this. I'd be interested to know if there's other stitchers that are like doing this or want to do this or intrigued by this, because for me, absolutely so. But, you know, let me know. Let me know what you think. But anyway, that's going to be this video. I'm trying to wrap it up because I can hear the kids going a little crazy down there. But thank you guys so much for watching. I don't think I said it in the beginning of the video. Sorry about that. Thank you guys for all of your views and your likes and your comments, and all my new subscribers. Hello to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Should have said that in the beginning. I apologize for that. But thank you guys for watching and taking the time out of your busy days. I know how hard that can be at times, so I just want to say a special thank you and show you guys the love for that. And all, you know, all the subscriptions I've gotten, it's been blowing my mind. The people that want to watch me and check out what I'm doing, it's crazy to me, because I didn't really think that Flosstube would end up being like something where people wanted to watch, for me personally anyway. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I will see you next week. Have a great week, and we'll see you later. Bye.